Hello, everyone. In this video, we will begin to introduce loops in chapter 5. Suppose you need to print a string, welcome to Java, 100 times. How do you write this program? You know how to write a statement to print the string welcome to Java one time. To print it 100 times, you can just copy this line 100 times. Now it is becoming tedious, and also you have to count 100 times. This is not an efficient way to write this program. So we're going to use the loop to tell the program to execute the loop, repeat the statement to print welcome to Java 100 times. So the loop is while, and you can introduce a control variable, this count. Let's start this count with 0. Now, if this count is less than 100, we're going to print this welcome to Java one time. And then we're going to increase the count by 1. Continue. So this is a simple structure. It's called a loop. To control the execution of this statement, in this case, this statement is going to be executed 100 times. Every time the body of the loop is executed, the count is incremented by 1, starting with 0 and count all the way to 99. In this condition, count is less than 100 is still true. When count becomes 100, this condition is false. So the loop is finished. And this while loop is while this condition is true, we're going to execute the body. Let's go back to look the animation for this loop. This is the flow chart for the while loop. This is the syntax here. While loop continuation condition, and here is the statements in the body. Here's the flow chart. The loop continuation condition is tested. If it is true, and then we're going to execute the statements in the body. And this is done repeatedly until the loop continuation condition becomes false. So here's the animation. Let's use this example with this count is 1. We're going to execute this now. Start animation.
The statement initializes count to 0. Count is now 0. 0 is less than 2, is true in this case. The loop body will be executed. The loop body is executed. Count is increment by 1. Count is now 1. 1 is less than 2 is true in this case. The loop body will be executed. The loop body is executed. Count is increment by 1. Count is now 2. 2 is less than 2 is false in this case. The loop is finished. The next statement after the loop will be executed.
This is the loop continuation condition, and this is the body. And the one-time execution of the body is called one iteration. When you write a loop, please note that you have to adjust the control variable. For this case here, this is I is less than 10. This is the condition. I begins with 1. Every time this body is executed in one iteration, and I is incremented. Now, if you don't increase the I, this loop becomes an infinite loop. It executes forever. So this is very often a mistake on this control variable here, the condition. If you want this loop body to be executed 100 times, you start the count with 0. So this should be count less than 100, not less than or equal to 100. With this less than or equal to 100, you're actually executing it one more. So this is often it's called the off by 1 error. Now let's write a program using the loop. We're going to repeatedly ask the user for this question, what is number 1 plus number 2? If the user gives the wrong answer, we will go back to give the user another opportunity to put a new answer. So this continues until the user put the correct answer. So this is the program, prompts the user for the answer. Now this is the answer right here. And for those 2 numbers are generated and using math.random, and this is 2 integers and single digit integer. And here is the answer. And now is the loop is here. Number 1 plus number 2 is equal to the answer. If this is not true, we are going to ask the user to enter another answer. So this is the while loop. And this is a sample run. All right, let's do one exercise here. Analyze the following code. Is count less than 100 always true, always false, or sometimes true or sometimes false at point A, point B, and point C? So at this point A, this count is less than 100 is always true. At this point, it may be true or may be false because you change this count. Now, outside the loop, this condition is always false. So that's why you're coming to this point. So that is the answer. That's all for this section. See you on the next section.